We want to plant the seed of Jesus Christ in their heart. It's a tiny seed, but we know that it's going to grow. When I was a kid, I went to the city the first time I saw them on these skates, and I was wondering what is happening. I didn't know that it was polio. I don't like seeing people suffering. I don't like the way they are being rejected even by their families. In African traditional religion, having a child like that in the family, they see it as if he is bringing bad luck to the family. So nobody wants to associate with him. Nobody wants to go close to the person because he will bring bad luck. It pains me when I see that. And looking at them going on skateboards, some of them have passed through hit and run accidents. Some of them have been molested, especially the women. I just don't like to see that. And that was what moved me. When I saw them using the skateboards, they were sitting on the skateboards. They cannot move their legs, but then they were pushing the skateboards using their hands on the ground and then push forward. So it means that their hands can be useful. They can use them. Thinking about the rehabilitation center, we also look at the things that they can use their hands to do. They can have their wheelchairs, move to the rehabilitation center, or move to everywhere they want to move to. But there are things that they can use their hands, like beads making. We have sewing machines in Nigeria that you can use your hands, not using your legs. Carpentry, you don't use legs, you use hands. Computer, you use your hands, not legs. So we look at all of those things that they can be able to use their hands to be able to have that skill, and they can be accepted in every community, every society. Like, for example, somebody who has been on the street, and this time around he's coming to our rehabilitation center to have knowledge of computer, and he can now move to the government office and work as a secretary. I mean, that to him, it's a big achievement. From the street to the rehabilitation center to the government office as a secretary. And it's also a pride to us, to Mustard Seed, to see someone being trained in that way. Looking at the cost, if we're going to acquire a piece of land and do the building, or if we're going to have a building that has been built and then acquire the building, that may cost us about $14,000. We also look at the equipment. We have the sewing machine, we have the knitting machine, we have the wood file. Those things that we need in the rehabilitation center reach up to another $14,000. And for us to be able to sustain the school and keep it going, what we are thinking of doing is to have a piggery. We need to raise pigs. And again, we're thinking of having a poultry. We can raise chickens, sell the eggs to be able to support the center, and also sell the chicken. We raise catfish. These are very good for food in Nigeria. This is the first school we're thinking of having. We don't have such schools, but we're thinking that this is going to spread across Nigeria the moment they hear about the school. With all of this, I will want you to help us pray. Our main prayer point now is the rehabilitation center. We want you to help us, and we have a lot of need. It's going to be a rehabilitation center, but then we still use it as a discipleship center. We want to disciple them. We want them to know that Jesus Christ loves them. Amen. I really love my mission school. It's I think God is helping us to be able to produce children who love Christ. The name of the school is the Mustard Seed Mission School. So it is different from the rehabilitation center that we have been talking about. And the Mustard Seed Mission School is for kids between ages 5 to 8, because it's just a preschool. We only teach them how to read and write. The school now, we have been given an old church within the village, which we have been using. But we're thinking of having our own property, because that is equal property. So we estimated that, and it went up to $8,000. And this will be able to help us have 3 classes built. It will help us have a restroom built. It will help us have chairs, desks, whereby the children can be able to use to sit down and write comfortably. So what we're trying to do is to look for your help for us to be able to have that $8,000 to build the 3 classes that we're thinking of having. The school will be supported by the tuition that we're going to get from the parents. And that will also help us to be able to pay the salaries of the teachers, those who are supporting us, who are helping. I want to end up by saying thank you. Thank you for your support. The Lord bless you.